It starts with one
thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain through time.
all I know.
Time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away.
It's so unreal.
You didn't look out below. You watch time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to
Watch you go.
kept everything inside. Even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of the time when
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how
I tried so hard.
despite all the way we're mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me. I'm surprised
It got so
things
far.
aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. And not that you wouldn't knew me back then, but it all comes back to me.
In the end,
Kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of the time when I tried.
so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end it doesn't even matter.
Watching you so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Hey guys, it's Lee here from Andertons TV, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. Today, in the series of videos that I'm doing with the guys from British School of Rock, we've got Ella and Anne-Sophie here in to talk about singing, and singing in one of the bands that you're going to see in another video called In Opinion?
Upon opinion.
Upon Opinion. I was close. So look, tell me first of all how you guys got into singing. You've been singing for a long time or something relatively recently?
A long time, yeah. Like I think I was 8 when I started singing. Yeah.
Okay, and how did you discover that you were quite good at singing and you might want to sort of do it more seriously?
I don't know, I think I used to sing a lot in the shower and like in my room, and I was like, Mum, I like to sing, and then she just put me in like singing lessons, and then I just really enjoyed it, and yeah, and then I just used to practice every day after school.
How about you, Anne-Sophie?
Yeah, I've been singing pretty much my whole life, but my whole family are singers, so I kind of got into it that way.
Oh, cool.
But I didn't start lessons until quite a lot later, until I was about 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you have an inspiration, like a singer that you really wanted to emulate when you were younger?
I think I've always been a bit of a fan of Hayley Williams. I think her story is quite inspirational, and I mean, she's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow. How about you?
Kelly Clarkson, me and my mum, we just love her songs, and I've listened to her since I was really young. And yeah, I just love her songs, and I feel really comfortable singing them as well.
When you said that you used to like to sing in the shower, I guess everybody sings at home and messes around. Of course, the first thing that happens when you join a band is all of a sudden microphone and sound system. Did you find that weird or intimidating, or just did it change the way in which you sang?
Yeah, the first time that I sang with a microphone, it was really different, and I know it was a really different experience, but then I enjoyed it so much afterwards, and then I learned how to use it, because you have to learn how to use it. Yeah. And
is that something when you're at the British School of Rock that maybe they'll focus on some sort of mic technique as well as, you know, just a vocal technique generally?
Yeah, I mean, it's important that if you're using it, you need to know how to use it properly, because otherwise, I mean, they won't hear anything you're doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And do you feel that as singers that really you're the luckiest ones in the band, as you have almost nothing to bring to the gig,
Yeah.
almost nothing to pack down at the end of it? I was always so
Yeah.
jealous of the singers. Like, they were always the first one to the bar, you know, having not packed down anything. There you go. Oh well, you probably picked a good choice there. Anyway.
Yeah.
So the other guys that we've had from your band obviously have learning to play an instrument, so guitars, bass, drums, whatever. Do you treat kind of singing like an instrument, or do you feel like you have to be trained and practice, or do you think it's more of a natural talent? Or
I think it is an instrument. If you don't look after your voice, it won't work to the best of its ability, and you can learn ways to improve it. But at the same time, it is something that comes from you. It is slightly different.
Yeah.
And so when you have lessons, do you treat it much the same way as, you know, I must admit, I suppose I'm slightly less familiar with what the sort of the learning and training technique would be for vocals. Do you need anything, you know, for example? Do you need to own anything or buy anything to sort of, you know, learn to sing?
I mean,
No, like, well, you should always treat your voice like, yeah, like
your voice is the priority. I mean, like, having a microphone's nice,
Mm-hmm.
but unlike instruments where you're learning them and you can't start without one, you don't need anything to start singing.
Yeah. And when you were when you first decided that you wanted to go and get lessons, is it easy to find like a vocal tutor? Is it something that your school provided, or did you have to go privately? Or
I had private lessons when I was younger, but it was really hard because not all of them that I actually connected to, and I felt like they understood me or knew how my voice worked and everything, what songs I like to sing. So it's not actually easy to find a good teacher.
Yeah.
But one day you'll find one.
Yeah. Have you got any thoughts about that? Because I know when we talked to all the guys, connecting with a teacher and finding someone that inspired you was so important. I mean, did you find, for example, that perhaps certain singers want to train you in a very classical style and maybe you don't connect with that and you want someone that's more contemporary? Or
Yeah, it's important that you find a teacher that wants to do your style of music, because they are different techniques, they're completely different things. Yeah, I started off learning classical stuff, and although I still do a bit of that, finding someone like at British School of Rock that did rock stuff and more contemporary stuff was something that I found a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah. And was it always your hope and aim to get into a band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always had those dreams like, oh my god, a band, you know, like my own band. Like,
Hairbrush in front of the mirror?
Yeah.
Oh, the floor.
definitely.
And was that, I mean, I always, you know, I certainly know when I was at school, the kind of, I don't think there was anything like British School of Rock, so you just had to, I don't know, hope that you had some buddies in your class that you could do something with, or I don't know, if you were super, super brave, maybe you'd answer an advert on a notice board somewhere. But was that something that you felt more difficult to do, and perhaps British School of Rock just made it much, much easier to get into a band?
Yeah, it did, definitely. Yeah.
Like a safer environment as well, I guess, and just...
Yeah, because you know that everyone knows what they're doing. Like, if you're a guitarist, you know how to play the guitar because they teach us very well. So, yeah, it made it a lot easier.
Cool. Now, one of the reasons that we decided to do this series was to try and engage with parents and show the sort of positive benefits of learning a musical instrument and being in a band, the positive benefits that they would have on their children, and to sort of encourage them, to support them in whatever musical activity they wanted to do. Now, I know that there's a lot of scientific research that correlates playing an instrument to you know, improving your ability to retain information and increasing your attention span. So that has a sort of spin-off positive effect academically. Do you find exactly this? You know, would you say the same thing about singing? Have you noticed you know, does it make you, like, I guess, like, you know, learning lyrics and stuff? I mean, do you still feel you have to have that ability to retain information?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've asked a massively long question. I was waiting for that, and then the answer would just be, yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it does. I think music as a whole is just really great for all aspects of life, and kind of being involved in a band and being surrounded by the people who are playing music is just as enriching and it's useful. But yeah, there is memorization and you are learning a skill. It's not just kind of do it, that there are things to learn. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly the same because I don't play guitar or bass or drums or whatever, but it does feel like it makes life better. It's,
do you know what I think I'm kind of getting the vibe after having met you guys and your bandmates? I don't actually think that anybody's really consciously aware of playing music making them academically more able, but I think what everyone's really aware of and really feels is how much more socially confident it makes you. So have you guys sort of experienced, you know, do you feel, you know, better, more confident in yourself because of the fact that you've sung in front of people and in a band and stuff like that?
Yeah, I used to be really shy, like really shy, but we've done one concert and I've done some others with British School of Rock, and yeah, it just made me be more comfortable and like believe more in myself.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
Yeah, I'm a very sort of nervous person, but I think performing and music as a whole is just, it does make you feel a bit happier socialising with other people, and you know, knowing that you can do something well makes you feel a bit better and more able to talk to other people, I think. For
sure. I mean, I still don't think that there's anything quite like, you know, being on stage and playing, whether it's to 20 people, 200 people, or I know you guys have done some bigger gigs at the Britfest thing and stuff like that. I don't know, that kind of the roar of the crowd at the end, or, you know, mild applause, depending on what sort of crowd it is. It's an amazing feeling, you know. Yeah. I don't think I can't think in any other walk of life that you would have that feeling. So where do you guys think, you know, your singing's going to take you? Is it something you think will just be maybe a hobby for the rest of your life, or do you fancy giving it, maybe doing it more seriously in further education, or? Yeah,
I definitely want to do more seriously. Yeah, I want to like do this my future and everything, be like a career or something.
Amazing. And you as well?
I like the idea of doing it as a career. I don't know how easy it is, and I mean obviously there's a lot of work involved in doing it properly, but I'd like to.
Yeah, cool. So kind of that's, you know, you guys heard a little bit of us playing a Linkin Park tune at the beginning and maybe at the end as well, depending on how the jams go here. But look, it's been brilliant having you guys along. British School of Rock, I'll put some details of that in the links section below. And, you know, if you're sitting there thinking, you know, I fancy being a singer in a band. I guess there's boys singing in the bands as well as girls singing in the bands, is there?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what instrument you want to play, give it a try. And good luck to you guys. There's going to be a final video with these guys coming soon where they're doing a Bon Jovi number. I don't know if you picked that just for me because you knew it was my favourite band from my childhood. Early adulthood, maybe. But yeah, it's cool. Looking forward to having you back to do that. And good luck with everything. I hope your singing careers take you wherever they want to take you. And thank you very much for watching, guys. And please do encourage your children to take up a musical instrument or participate in a band. That's the most important message really from this. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
How will I make the same mistakes that you did? How will I not let myself cause my heart so much misery? I will not break the way you did. You felt so hard. I learned the hard way to never let it get that far. Because of you, I never strayed too far from the sidewalk. Because of you, I learned to play on the safe side so I don't get hurt. Because of you, I find it hard to trust not only me but everyone around me. Because of you, I am afraid I lose my way, and it's not so long before you point it out. I cannot cry because I know that's weakness in your eyes. every day.